Welcome to CancerBot. I started CancerBot after being diagnosed with follicular lymphoma and looking for trials, and was not able to easily find trials on any of the clinical trial databases such as clinicaltrials.gov, and even signing up for supposedly patient-centered clinical trial matching services. The key problem was the unstructured participation criteria that is in the trial descriptions, and then matching up what my disease and symptoms were with that was incredibly time consuming, labor intensive, and error prone. So what we've done is use large language models to extract the structured criteria for all of those trials. So we now have all the worldwide trials with actual structured criteria, so we can do this search and it can actually be done by patients with high accuracy and effectiveness. So when you first log in, you'll see that we have a study search where we have various attributes and the patient information on the right. As far as the study search, I'm interested in pretty much all the studies as long as they are recruiting and not yet recruiting, so I've chosen that choice. You can say all. I can go back in time, but let's try for the recent trials. I can pick any of the worldwide trial databases, including all of them. I'm going to say, okay, I want to do this in the United States. I'm willing to go anywhere. I'm not going to provide a distance search. And so this is my study search aspect. Now let's go ahead and enter my patient age. I'm 60. My gender is male. My weight is 190 pounds. My height is 74 inches. I am Caucasian European, which is going to affect the ranges of normal for various diagnostics, including serum creatinine. My blood pressure is 120/80. I am in the US. The disease is follicular lymphoma. I am stage 1. The Karnofsky score is, I'm actually doing just fine, is 100. ECOG performance status is 0. Both of these are measures of how good we're doing. You can see them here in the tooltip. I have no other active malignancies, yes. You'll notice that in general when we say know this, we say yes to it because we want to say it in the way that the trial is expressing these requirements, which is generally no active malignancies, no drug use, etc. Guelph criteria is a measure of the disease. Now, I actually did have one round of this. I did have a tumor, quite significant tumor. I would have been a tumor mass 7 centimeters or larger. But at this point, after one round of radiotherapy, I don't seem to have any tumors, so I'm not listing anything. The Flippy score, unfortunately I am a 1. The only one, I am a 1 because I am greater than 60. The tumor grade, now let's assume that it does come back. I'm going to be optimistic it doesn't come back and be hit the Guelph criteria by being large, but let's assume that it comes back as a grade 1 tumor. Then we go to treatment. Let's describe the treatment that we had. We had one round of low-dose radiotherapy. These are all my bloods. You notice that it's not 100% filled out. There's things that probably you wouldn't do unless you had some other cancer, such as multiple myeloma, which we do support. The labs are here. Let's see if I can, what labs I really have to fill in. It's going to let me know. And behavior, let's see what it tells me I really need to answer. So now we have 24 trials. I actually do want to have a nice longer list. So let's look at potential trials. I have 69 potential trials. So as I go here, I can click on consent capability and it takes me there. And in fact, I'm willing to give consent. And its contraceptive use requirement is I can get 35 more trials. So I click on this and I say, yep, I'm using contraceptives. I'm certainly willing to. Monoclonal protein serum, it's quite low. And now all trials are eligible. So all of the trials that it found. So I can go through here and I see in the trials list, I see the recruitment status, the location, the intervention, brief description of the intervention. As I go through here, I can see one is biological, one is a Johnson & Johnson drug, one is a proof of concept trial to study linvoseltamab, and another one is a study to assess how intravenously infused ABBV moves through the bodies with relapsed or refractory either DLBCL, FL, or leukemia. And as I go through here, if I see any of these things that perhaps I've read about, I'm quite interested in, then I can choose this. So let's take a look at this one, which is interesting because it's to handle advanced solid tumors. And we can see that I actually meet all of the criteria. My age min is, I meet the age min, the consent capability, the contraceptive use requirement, no other active malignancies, and I've had prior therapy. So at this point, if I decide that I am interested, it's in Los Angeles, which is easy for me to travel to. And now at this point, I can apply to be in this study by clicking apply. It then shows that I've met the criteria to the researcher, and then it will actually attach my my disease as well. So or the other diagnostics of the disease. So I can edit this as I see fit and click submit, and the email will be sent to them.